Hey guys, welcome to this session. Let's talk about human nutrition, and today specifically we'll be talking about the balanced diet. Now, let's see the concept of balanced diet. Now, simply balanced diet means getting the right types and the amounts of foods and drinks to supply nutrition and the energy for the maintenance of body cells, tissue, and the organs, and for the supporting normal growth and development. In the last video, we discussed the concept of nutrition, so that we need various nutrients for our growth, development, and support for our body. Now, when you talk about balanced diet, it's just a getting of these right proportions of the amounts of foods and drinks that supply nutrients and energy for our maintenance of our body tissues, cells, and organs, and also just for the supporting the normal growth and the development. Now, a diet may be adequate for normal body functioning, but yet it may not be a balanced diet. Now, simply, a person may be obtaining various nutrients from various foods in the various diets, but when it may not be a balanced diet. Now, balanced, it means that there is a need for a direct and the correct proportion needed for the various nutrients that are supposed to be obtained so that to maintain proper body growth and the maintenance. Now let's see the components of balanced diet. Now a balanced diet contains the food substances that have various food nutrients, whereby we say that these nutrients are simply the compounds in the food that provide us with the energy that facilitates the repair and growth and just helps there to carry out different life processes in our bodies. Now, an ideal human diet simply contains the following food nutrients in their correct proportions. The first one is the macronutrients. These macronutrients, these are the nutrients that are required in large proportions. You can get it from the word that is macro, it means huge amount. So these nutrients are required in large amounts. They include such as fats and lipids, carbohydrates, and protein. So all these are required in a large amount in every intake of our diet in our daily life. The second one is the micronutrients. These are there for the small amounts. So this means that they are required in small proportions in our daily consumption or in our daily diet. They include the foods that are in the vitamins and the minerals. The other component of the balanced diet are simply the special nutrients. These are categorized here since they are involved in most chemical processes in the body. They include the water and the fibers. Now you have to note that the proportions of the balanced diet vary for each individual because everyone has different metabolic rates and the levels of activity. So since due to these kinds of factors, the proportions of diet of the balanced diet can vary from one individual to another individual. Now, unbalanced diet, which may be resulted due to excess intake of some dietary components or just lack of others, may result in the malnutrition, simply just a bad nutrition, whereby a person is lacking some of the nutrients, or it's just that there is excess intake. So it means that the proportion of gaining the nutrients is not balanced in the everyday meal. So I hope it's clear, guys. Thank you for listening. So this is all for this session. In our next session, we'll discuss all the components, specifically in the macronutrients and the micronutrients, and there are various functions in our body. Thank you.